What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boy Verdell. This is episode 22 of A Penny for Your Thoughts. First and foremost, I would like to say happy belated New Year to everybody out there. Turn down my heat so y'all can hear me. But definitely want to send a happy New Year's to everybody. I haven't posted yet or did a podcast episode yet in this year. It's now 2023, January 10th to be exact. And what I actually wanted to talk about was last week in sports, being a Buffalonian. It was a crazy week. I wanted to talk about Damar Hamlin. I was praying a lot for him, and thankfully things are getting better. But rewind real quick. We had the Monday Night Football game against the Bengals. It was week 17, so second last game of the season, and it is already, in my opinion, it's like playoff atmosphere. It was starting to look like a shootout. The Bengals get the ball first. It's crazy because they got the coin toss instead of deferring like people usually do. It's like, no, we want to score first. So they got the ball, they receive, they went down the field on us and scored. We get the ball back and we drive down the field, but we go 3 and out in field goal range. So we kick a field goal, so now 7-3, and then the Bengals get the ball back, ensuing drive, and it was a normal football play. But getting around midfield, Joe Burrow throws a pass to T. Higgins. And T. Higgins, he gets like 15 yards and gets tackled by Damar Hamlin. But in getting tackled by Damar Hamlin didn't get low enough. And T. Higgins kind of goes like headfirst into Damar Hamlin's chest. Damar Hamlin then grabs T. Higgins as he takes the full impact of that hit, grabs him and then slams him. Then he gets up off of T. Higgins and then fall downs and collapses. And so as I'm seeing the broadcast, it immediately cut to the stands once Damar Hamlin got up, so we did not see him collapse live. And that was just by chance. It's not like they anticipated him falling, at least so I think. And so I didn't know what was going on. They said, "Oh, we got a player down. It's Damar Hamlin." And then they showed a replay of it. Then after you see the replay of it, you start seeing different Bills players literally boohoo crying. And when I saw that's what alarmed me. Once I seen it was a bunch of Bills players just crying their eyes out, and I was like, "Yo, what's going on?" The first thing that came to my mind was I saw the game. This was back in 2008 when Kevin Everett, who was our backup tight end, got paralyzed. And it actually became a national story. The whole game had to stop. He had to get carted off. And then he was actually able to walk again, but he never played a game of football again. But that became a huge story. It was a really serious injury. And that was our season opener against the Broncos back in 2008, if I'm not mistaken. So I was thinking maybe he's paralyzed. But then after they were saying CPR and stuff, I was like, yo, this man might have died on the field. I thought it was over. I thought it was a wrap. And once I realized how serious it was, I was actually with my family at the time. I was with my uncle, my mom, my dad, and my brother Vincent. And my son Zeze was there too. And we all just started praying for him. And I even shed a few tears. I'm not going to lie, because I was like, yo, man, don't let this guy go out like this. He only 24 years old. He out here living his dream, playing football. It really hit my soul. And so pretty much he got rushed to the hospital, and as his uncle said, he died on the field, and then he also died again in the hospital. And so I just kept checking the internet every chance I could when I would get out of work that week to see if it was a new update. And after a few days, they said he woke up pretty much from his I don't know if it was a coma, but they had him sedated, so he was in a deep sleep. After 2 or 3 days, he woke up, and the first thing he said was, "Did we win?" And so that really touched my heart. And just to really take out of this, what I took out of this was prayer changes things. People like to say, people always want to say thoughts and prayers, but what does that really do? In my opinion, I really believe that prayer is powerful. Prayer can change a situation. And this is another example of that with Damar Hamlin. And it's just crazy and incredible to think that something like the game of football could inspire a whole country to get back to praying again. This was a tragic situation, but out of this tragic situation, something good happened. I feel like our whole country united, the entire football NFL league united, no matter what team you're a fan of, all the players united. And to me, it was just it was something very inspiring to watch, to see all these players join hands and take a knee and begin to pray to God and acknowledge him and acknowledge that his power is the ultimate power, And then it's just heartwarming to see that he ended up being okay. It was rough to see him collapse on the field like that. And then so going into this week's game, the Patriots game, I was wondering if the Bills should even play it. I was saying, man, they might want to just rest their players because we already going to the playoffs and we probably could take on anybody we play, and we don't have the first seed anymore because that game is null and void. So maybe we should just rest. But they actually went out there and they wanted to win it for Damar, and I'm not mad at them. So as soon as the game starts, Nyheim Hines, who is this gadget player we got from the Colts, and we still kind of waiting to see how we're going to use him in the running game and stuff. He's our third running back. He runs back the opening kick, and it was something literally out of a storybook. Like I said, there's always people that argue that the NFL is scripted. It really did look scripted this week, because how does he run back this first kick when they're playing this game to honor their brother that's hurt right now? It was something out of a movie. And then even Josh Allen said it, and I agree with it, was he said that play felt spiritual, it felt like it was orchestrated by God. And I want to say, man, when I seen that play, I got goosebumps. I'll say that play, it very much inspired me like no other play I've ever seen. And that they played inspired football that game, minus a few mistakes by Josh Allen, but we played inspired football. And I just had to talk about my Bills starting the new year off, because I'm really excited about this playoffs. I don't know. I feel like this year could be different. You know what I'm saying? You could say you heard it here first. If we go all the way and we win the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm praying for. That's what I'm hoping for. But I hope that we take this same, win it for Damar energy all the way to the big game and go on to win the Super Bowl. So that's my wish for this new year. I got some New Year's goals I'm not going to really talk about, you know what I'm saying? But I got some goals in mind. But, because I talked about my goals last year, and while I did some of them, I didn't complete the ultimate goal, which was become the state trooper. So this year, I got some goals that I'm going to think to myself, and once I complete them, I'll let y'all know what they were, if I complete them. I'm going to try to be successful at it, but ultimately, things went well last year. 2022 was a good year. My son Elias was born. And also, I made the most money I ever made in my life. I'm not trying to chat, but let's just say I made some good money last year. You know what I'm saying? Made another tax bracket this year. That's just the way it is. But I hustled and I earned that money. Let me think. What else happened in 2022? I got back into music last year. I only did, let me see. I had the remix. I had Pull Up. And also the remix to Pull Up. I never released the remix. That's something that I actually still got to release. And it's featuring a special guest. And the thing is, like I said, I'm taking it slow with music. Right now, I'm not even really active in music. I might do a song for Valentine's Day or something. I don't know yet. And I still don't know if I want to do, R&B, or if I want to do strictly gospel. That's something I'm still up in the air about. So, but I'm constantly streaming. That's something I do want to grow. If you see, I'm posting a lot more content for me playing Call of Duty and all that. So I'm definitely in these Call of Duty streets. You know what I'm saying? Reaper 7. You can always hit me up if you want to run on Warzone, or you can always check out my stream on my YouTube or any of my clips. And I throw them up on here too, and on my TikTok. So, but yeah, my biggest thing is I'm hoping the Bills win the Super Bowl this year. And with that, I'm gonna get out of y'all ear. I'm actually about to get some rest because I got to be up early in the morning for work. But yeah, once again, I want to say Happy New Year's, and that's my whole take on this Damar Hamlin situation. Is while it was a very scary situation, you know, what the devil meant for bad, God meant for good, and God is turning this whole situation around, and I'm glad he's okay. And I mean, this might sound wild to say, but I hope he ends up playing football again. You know, some people might think his career is over. I think he still could play football again. I will say this: I am skeptical about the whole, if it has something to do with the vaccine, because now I'm starting to see a lot of young people collapse and have heart attacks and die, and people are saying it's because of that vaccine. I don't know. Time will tell. I took the vaccine myself, so if something happens to me, you know what I'm saying? God forbid. But that's why we got to stay prayed up, and we got to watch what we put into our bodies. But yeah, like I said, I just hope we take, you know, the passion and the strength and the momentum that we gain from seeing Damar Hamlin get better and heal up as a team and as a city, and I hope we go all the way and win the Super Bowl this year. So that's my wish for this new year. I actually got a vacation coming up soon too, and I hope during my vacation to go to New York City, and so I'm gonna definitely tell y'all about that and shoot videos and stuff to show y'all my experiences in the city. And I'm actually gonna be going to a concert down there, hopefully. So I'll tell y'all more about that later. But yeah, that's all from me. Y'all have